Hey YouTube, it's Trumpscapes. Today I just got done removing the paint on this Adler Yankee Axe 3.5 pound head, 31-inch handle, and I left some paint on there because why not? It looks kind of cool, and it's kind of an homage back to what it used to be. Left just a little bit of paint on the handle where I could. I don't know how well that's going to show up, but kind of like it. It's there. But the process of doing that is mostly because I want to treat this axe handle with a boiled linseed oil. A lot of people, well, a handful of people do not like boiled linseed oil because it's actually has chemicals added to the linseed oil to make it dry faster, and they just call it boiling because, you know, people lie. I don't know. It's not as scary as saying chemically sped up linseed oil stuff, or we wouldn't buy it because it'd be scary. So boiling is not scary. Anyway, just want to go through the process of using the boiled linseed oil real quick, and I also want to show you just what this thing does to enhance the look of your wood handled tools. So I'm definitely using a glove since there are chemicals, drying chemicals. Using a glove, not so much. Using a glove and a rag. And I have done this by hand, and I'm going to tell you, don't do it. Because after I did it about 15-20 times, I figured out it's not good for you. Because I'm one of those guys, I don't wear gloves when I do construction things and stuff, and I know I should, but I don't. And then all of a sudden you have a friend lose a finger. G-Money, I think he's one of my followers. What's up, buddy? And then you think about when you're messing with tractors, messing with the backhoes, let's go get our gloves because we don't want to lose a finger. Like our dear friend G-Money. It's not actually his name. I don't have any friends named Money, anything. But I could. Someday. Anyway, really cool thing about this, I'm a cast iron person. If y'all watched some of my other videos, I need to do more videos. I just watch YouTube a lot, and I don't give back. And if I give back enough, I might become famous and lose some weight and get free gear to review. But not today. Poopy pants. Not today. Anyway, this process goes on. I'm mostly just going to try to stick in here with y'all and show you one application. I really feel like this is a light application. When I did it with my hands, which I might here in a minute, except I'll have a glove on. But when you do it with your hands, you can really slop it on, especially this first time. And just let this thing drink. Let it drink like a bachelorette in Nashville. Alright, well, here I go grabbing it. Another thing I said in the other video, but your ends are like an IV line into the wood, which used to be a living organism and still has some properties of a living organism. So I'm paying extra attention to these ends, and that's really about it. Now the cool thing is, the more you do this, the darker it gets, and then as you use it and bleed on it, shouldn't bleed much, but as you use it, and it just keeps getting better looking with age, just like me. And also, in case you didn't watch my other video, I tried to explain boiled linseed oil. Now I'm doing this number. And then I'll drip it on. But in case you didn't watch my other video, boiled linseed oil, you want it to penetrate really well to the core if you can. And then as it starts to dry, it's going to harden. And you're going to have not only a harder piece of wood, ding, but a piece of wood that's going to handle weather better. Now, you don't want to leave it out for a year. Why would you? Because it's an Adler, you say? I don't know what that means, because this is my first one. And there's no videos on YouTube except the one I posted. I actually haven't posted it yet. Still working on it. But there's no Adler video, so maybe mine'll be, you know, one of the few and stuff. But these things will soak up this if you'll do it right, keep them wet, let it keep eating, keep drinking, and after a while it will kind of just stay wet, and then you just dry it off and let it just start drying. The sunlight and heat speeds this process up. I don't speed it up just because I want it to all happen slow. I'm not in a hurry. Luckily, society is doing fine-ish, and we don't have to cut wood for fire and heat and stuff. Well, for heat, you cut for fire, but heat, cooking and stuff, don't have to do that yet. So I'm not in a hurry. I'm gonna try to do this right. These are investments. So my other, anyway, council tool. This council tool is the bomb. It's 27. It's American made, USA. 2-pound head. And this was some of the best money I've spent. I love that it's made in America. But a little bit shorter. Council tool is pretty awesome. I don't, well, I would say I don't discriminate on my brands, but I kind of do. I love the Swedish expensive stuff. Love to have a Liam Hoffman. It's probably not going to happen. But also, this Adler's German, and I've got the Mel Salvador. It's Mel Salvador. The Husqvarna, or as Wrangler Star calls it, Husqvarna. He's a pretty cool guy, I think. So yeah, just try out a bunch of different ones and try to stick with some better name brands and hope they'll last me a lifetime and maybe even pass down to, you know, my offspring. So, but what I did hear from a couple different sources, Skill Cut says when he's not angry about there is no truth and there is nothing is real and all that weird stuff, when he's not talking about that, he's really cool and he's got lots of good information. And he says you got to read the wood, you got to let the wood talk to you, and keep on putting the linseed oil on there until it just won't take it anymore. And Wrangler Star has a different approach, which I think he means well, and he's probably right. Maybe not as much, but he says treat your handles with boiled linseed oil every day for a week, every week for a month, every month for a year, and then every year after that. I think it's a really good rule of thumb. What Skill Cut said is there are no rules of thumb when it comes to wood handle tools. Probably a lot of other things too, but he was speaking to wood handle tools and how you have to just keep going. It might be every day for a week and a half. It might be every day for 3 weeks. There's no set in stone application rate because all this wood's different. It came from a different forest, different areas. It's supposed to all be American hickory, but you know, 50 states and all that stuff. You don't know where it's come from. And it's been treated differently. It's aged differently. So I kind of agree with, I started out doing the Wrangler Star thing, and I've told quite a few people that method, but I also agree with, I tend to agree more with Skill Cut, and I'm going to just keep putting it on there pretty heavy until it won't take it anymore. And then I'll wipe it off, maybe put it out in the sun a little bit, and then give it some more. If it dries up any, just keep doing it. Like I said, I don't have to have these hatchets to survive right now, as long as I cut enough firewood for camping. That's all I really need to worry about. I don't need all these axes. Don't tell my wife. I told her I need them for different sizes of wood. I need some really expensive ones for your exotic species. That's where the Liam Hoffman comes in. That's for I don't know what that's for. I can't make it up right now because this is a one cut video. No cut video. One take video. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed. I'm going to try to put out more videos. Maybe I'll be famous one of these days as a YouTuber, not any other reason, because that would suck. Feel bad for people. Yeah. So, come back and see me. Merry Christmas. God bless.